Hello, digital me, future me, um, 0 subscribers, 0 viewers me. All right. I just watched the full talk, interview, whatever, um, of Joe Rogan with, what's his name? Pause time. His name is James Talarico, the representative slash preacher or priest, whatever. I am not a believer, so I don't know the difference, sort of. Anyways, I am going to talk about that, mainly just Joe Rogan, because for a long time I was a viewer, a pretty dedicated viewer of Joe Rogan. And then I just unsubscribed because he stopped doing uh, stuff that I stopped doing stuff that I found interesting, um, mainly mainly interviewing just guests that I had no interest in watching. Um, so I unsubscribed. I rarely unsubscribe, and I rarely subscribe either. So uh, yeah, now I am subscribed because people are bashing him a lot. So I do not want this to seem like I'm getting on the bash Joe Rogan train. This is me attempting to critique him slash this interview. Because a lot of people that I watched, political commentators and such, seem to be getting on his ass for, I guess it's over the past year, him going, you know, from the side of the left to the side of the right in political terms, and then giving Trump and J.D. Vance a forum, to just talk, maybe air grievances, that sort of thing. And a lot of people were upset with that and just talk a lot about it all the time. And there are people that I subscribe to and watch a lot. And so I wanted to watch a few of his shows, especially the first one I watched in a while. I think it was the first one, was the Bernie Sanders interview, because I was like, oh, okay, he's having Bernie Sanders. That should be fun. And it kind of was. It was nice to see Bernie. It was nice to see Bernie talk about something without like a 10-minute speech about exactly the normal thing that he always says, in 10 minutes, which, I mean, you know, oligarchs, I don't know. I mean, oligarchs, billionaires, election reform. I mean, it's the same old Bernie. I mean, I love the guy, but say fuck once in a while. All right, Bernie, come on, hit him in the balls a little bit. So yeah, all right. Especially in that accent you got. Hey man, fucking billionaires, a goddamn closed down my fucking deli. Anyways, let's get to the meat. It started off with since I haven't watched Joe Rogan in a little while, especially, it's like, Joe Rogan, he kind of seems a little dumber than I remember him. Uh, Joe Rogan has never um, claimed himself to be smart or any kind of degree of smart. He has actually said on many occasions, probably once an episode, berates himself. Ah, man, I'm an idiot. So, okay, good. I'll give him that. It's just, you seem even dumber than I was, projecting out into the future to be. So, all right, whatever. That's fine. Uh, I have it written here that he seems to be getting, yes, more like an old man, but like more old manny. Like 5 years went by, and it's like, you seem like 10 or 15 years old manny. Like, these damn kids. Why are they playing football on my lawn? It's a lawn. Go to the, whatever. So, anyways, just wanted to say that. And, in true Joe Rogan form, I was expecting this. He was talking about like getting useless degrees, and I was just like waiting for him. And sure enough, I was thinking he was going to say like some art degree or something, but gender studies came out, and I'm like, there you go. It's like, all right, well, like they do stuff with gender studies now. Like, I mean, not every one of them, but they use them. So okay, whatever. That is right winger there. Again, you're not going to do anything with the gender studies degree. God damn it, motherfucker. Think you're going to do anything with your communications degree or your MBA? Yeah, that's really useful. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I offending all those business students? You know it's worthless. It's a badge of honor. Yeah. But he did manage to comment on Bernie using a private jet. Um, that was nice. Uh, he did talk about people being unproductive, which is a common. Uh, it's very common on the Republican side, but you'll see Democrats, you'll hear Democrats talking about that. I really don't like hearing that shit because that's used against you're an unproductive layabout sitting in your parents' basement doing blah blah blah. It's just like, oh great, tirade coming on. It's like unproductive is like a keyword for you don't have a job and you're not earning money. Of course, money is shit. All right, I'm telling you, fuck money. All right. Some people were born to be barbarians. Grab a sword and chop people's head off. Oh crap. We don't do that anymore. We don't get together in groups, raid, pillage, and raze cities to the ground anymore. We don't have that job. Darn. What are we supposed to do? I guess video games? No, I don't know. Anyways, Um, you did talk about education not being forgiven in bankruptcy. I like to point out that Joe Rogan, and you're not alone in this, but lots of your ilk, people like you, don't make the next logical leap, which is maybe education should just be free forever. You know, because it should. Now, society also should pair with that maybe not college. Jesus, I'm fucking up my talky words. Uh, Maybe you just don't need to go to college. Maybe even, and this is a wacky thought, maybe you don't need to really go finish high school per se. Maybe high school can have alternative graduation methods. Meaning, high schools can have, like, people can finish high school with essentially an associate's or technical degree. Like, you can finish high school with the abilities that, shit, what do they call it? When you go into like being a plumber or electrician or a mason and you're studying with them. um, I don't know. You guys can. You're not associating with them, but you're. Let me pause while I think. I thought about it. I thought of it. Now, when you're doing the apprenticeship programs, maybe instead of going hard into your studies, preparing for college, you can do coursework or training that would be akin to an apprenticeship program in, you know, trade skills in high school. Same thing with, if you wanted to be a mechanic, you could do the same thing, but you get training for those. In trade skills, you can change all the things and not discourage people for wanting to do that stuff. I think I got chips on my chair. Yeah. So I just want to add the phrase because I came up with a phrase that I think it's good. Social media optimizes cash instead of character of content. So whatever. I don't know. I thought it was good. I wanted to put that on the digital record. All right. Joe Rogan also talks about Bernie being remarkably consistent. And that, while true, he says he that's before, and then Joe Rogan is like, that's why I think you should be president, and he directs that at James Talarico being president, and then the guy's basically like, well, that's one of the problems. Like, this is me paraphrasing. This is how I say it, by the way. People are constantly waiting on Jesus to appear so they can vote for him. And, that's not going to happen. People think they want our system to be, vote for this guy and this one dude at the top will just fix everything. It kind of would be nice if you could. If it kind of would be nice if we could vote for a monarch or a dictator every 4 years or every year or something like that. But eventually, I mean, even if you get 40 years of good monarchs or whatever word you want to use, even if you get 40 years of guys that are doing really good jobs, alternating 10 different dudes that are doing excellent things. I mean, eventually you're going to land on a dude that's looking really good, saying all the right things, doing great things. Turns out to be a major butthole. That's why the system is the way it is. So, I mean, and a lot of people, I think I'm one of them, would agree that we got someone right now that is, even though we got the checks and balances system going on right now, we got someone in the office of the presidency right now that is attempting to become America's first and worst dictator. So, we will see what happens. There you go. Then Talarico starts talking about some billionaires in Texas that have done and are doing some messed up stuff. They essentially own all the representatives in Texas, and they're doing some messed up stuff with uh, the school vouchers, which, yeah, school voucher laws. I mean, that's a horrible idea. That needs to be gotten. We need to get rid of that all over the place, everywhere. It's horrible. Just get rid of that. Get rid of that and replace it with if we're gonna finance schools with property taxes, then okay, state property taxes, finance all the schools, then put them in one big bucket, statewide, and divide all of them up. Each school gets financed by, one student gets the number of dollars divided up, and that goes to, the school district. So, no, there's no richer district. It is what it is. Sorry, you live in a really rich area. Each student in that school gets the same money associated with it that the poorest district does. Now the rich schools would still get more because rich school districts would still be in areas with rich people, and they would still get other donations, and the rich kids would still have access to tutors and better computers and all that stuff. But it would certainly do a lot of flattening, and we'd be rid of the school voucher system, and all those rich kids would probably still go to a lot of private schools. So, but again, that would flatten out the curve, as I like to say, by a whole lot. And yeah, that's all I have written down. I would like to say, I don't know if all the stuff said about him is entirely true. He did have a definite air of favoring the right side of the political spectrum. I don't know exactly why that is. it is hotter in here, and I have the shirt on. I even took a fan break before I started this, so whatever. But it seemed like as the discussion went on, you got more and more, I don't know, more and more mellow and more, um, I don't know, chill or easy with the, uh, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Just more in tune with Talarico's opinions and stuff. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not sure exactly where Rogan lands on stuff, but I would like to give him a little bit more benefit of the doubty still. Especially if he's willing to admit he is a meathead, then fine, whatever. That's good enough for me. I'd give you a pass if you're like, I'm kind of dumb. That's like, all right. Be open to changing your mind again. That's good. There are a lot of people out there. We see plenty of video clips of people on YouTube that are openly unwilling to change their mind. Is there anything Trump can do that would make you not like him? No, there isn't. Okay then, good, glad to know. It's like, damn, that is a person that has found their new savior. Goodbye, Jesus. So yeah, person is not even willing to lie to the camera. So, okay. I hope that I didn't forget anything. I don't want to try and speak anymore because right now I'm fighting, not trailing off. And I am doing my best to speak in some kind of voice that will be picked up by the camera. So I gotta go. Boobs out. Cheers.